of ground turkey. We're going to add a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese. We're going to break 2 eggs. And we have a quarter cup of milk.
Yes.
Quarter cup of milk. We have a little black pepper, 2 teaspoons.
A lot of black pepper.
It's 3 teaspoons of black pepper, guys.
Tablespoons.
We got a quarter. No, it is really teaspoons. We got a quarter cup of breadcrumbs. So, speaking about breadcrumbs, we were talking today about how we can make these meatballs keto friendly, and we decided that you can come up with almond flour.
Use almond flour.
You can use almond flour, or you can just use an extra Parmesan cheese.
As opposed to grated. I'm sorry, as opposed to shredded, use grated.
Use the grated Parmesan
and it'll
cheese.
serve as a binder.
It'll serve as a binding agent. So see, she brings a lot to the table, guys. One of the things that I think we did a New Year's Eve party this year, as a matter of fact, and it was called, the theme of the party was called A Taste from Around the World. And Deanna and I sat down and came up with all of these different recipes, and we wanted something from the African descent. And she made, was it a goat soup or a goat stew?
Goat stew.
A goat stew, and oh my God, they raved about it. When I tell you they raved about it, they raved about it. Then we had the paella.
Paella.
Right? So she brings a lot to the table for me. She's expensive, but she brings a lot to the table. And then you need the pesto. Don't rush me. You're going to be on camera the whole time. So take your time. We're going to be here. We good, right? So, and then we have the pesto.
3/4 cup.
3/4 cups of pesto. And then that's it. So now you get to take your gloves off and dig in.
No, sir.
So she's not going to do this, guys. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go in. And I'm just basically kneading it and just mixing it all together. Any questions thus far?
Can I do the recipe with the ground chunky instead of ground turkey?
Of course you can.
Okay. And what will be the difference, Deanna?
For me, I think that with the ground chuck, it's the pesto. It may throw it off a little bit.
A question.
Yes.
What did you add before the pesto?
Breadcrumbs.
The breadcrumbs, egg, cheese, black pepper,
Shredded
Parmesan. What else? Milk.
And of course your egg.
And your egg and your breadcrumbs.
And your fresh garlic.
And your fresh garlic.
That was a 1/4 cup of the fresh garlic.
Yeah.
How much breadcrumbs do you put in?
3/4 cup.
3/4 cup. Yeah.
But with the breadcrumb, this is the thing with the turkey. Once you add your ingredients, if it's too wet, then you should add more breadcrumb. This is perfect, actually. Ivy did a really good job.
Did I really? Oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
I appreciate that. So what happens is when you're mixing it together, you want to make sure that the turkey is going to bind and that it's going to be in a ball. Right? Now this is great for an appetizer. It's great for a meal. If you just want to use it over a bed of rice, over a bed of pasta, doesn't matter. Or you want to use it as for like you having a party and you just want some appetizers, you can use some little bitty toothpicks with it, right?
And say, for instance, you can use it as we're going to use it tomorrow.
Or tomorrow. We're going to make a turkey pesto meatloaf, right? So we're going to do a healthy option on meatloaf, and it's going to be amazing because it's really good, and we're going to pair it with maybe a garlic butter sauce. So as you can see, the turkey the meat is going to bind together into a ball. It's really simple, guys. It's just like any other meatloaf, except the flavor profile is amazing. So when we're talking about flavor profile,
Could you stop playing with your meat?
I want you to see that. That's real funny, really. That's Kevin Hart. Was that Kevin Hart? Okay, yeah, that's Kevin Hart, right?
I'm like, okay.
So what we're gonna do now is we're going to take the meat and we're gonna make the meatballs.
Did you spray the pan?
I did. The pan is sprayed. So we're using 1 ounce meatball. So how many meatballs? If you use 2.5 pounds of ground turkey, how many meatballs will you get out of the 2.5 pounds of ground turkey?
Rob?
Just as long as you have enough to feed me. Have enough to feed me, then
So see, here's what we run into a problem, right? Because see, Deanna will be like, "Oh my God, let's make the meatballs like 3.5 ounces, and that looks so good with some tomatoes or whatever the case may be." Right? No,
Deanna has never said that.
No, not tomatoes. I'm using that as an example.
Oh, okay.
So, but
they get it right.
The point that I'm trying to make is she'll be like trying to make the meatballs this big, and we selling the plates for $10. I'm like, we gotta look at the profit margin.
Once again, never meatballs this big, but definitely I want to spend more money.
Yeah, well, we got a problem.
Yeah.
See, so she's great at putting the menus together. She's dynamite. But I gotta reel her in sometimes, cause she'll go out and buy some smoked Gouda that's like $12 a pound.
Smoked Gouda makes it better.
Yeah, but it's $12 a pound.
No, it's not.
How much is it?
Okay, I gotta like budget shop.
Okay, guys, so we got your meatballs, right? So here's your meatballs. We're not gonna do the whole pan.
Okay.
So we're gonna sit this over here. Okay, and we have a pan that's in the oven that should probably, yes, question.
She said that the ground chunk will probably do what?
Okay, so when you use the
I
ground
don't think they're
chunk,
ready yet.
Go ahead.
you can use a pesto, but probably not as much pesto as you would with the turkey. The turkey is very, very accommodating for the pesto. So don't use as much pesto, because we use 3/4
We use
cup.
3/4 of a cup.
So maybe use 1/4 cup of the pesto for the ground chuck.
Okay.
So when we sit down and we get together, all of this is in her head, guys. Believe it or not, it really is. I mean, she pulls stuff out of her head that surprises the hell out of me. Right here, it's okay. We're on stage, so you don't have to worry about somebody's gonna do that for you.
Oh.
So, but we did want to pull up this book for you guys. It's called Culinary Artistry, and Culinary Artistry is a book that we scroll through at times. And it'll tell you the things that pairs well with other things. For example, instead of using ground beef, you can use ground turkey. And what's going to make the turkey taste close to beef or give the turkey a lot of flavor? That is garlic, right? So you go in here, you can look up veal shanks, you can look up sweetbread, swordfish. Doesn't matter what it is, but this is a good book for you to have if you're going to do a lot of cooking. And if you don't have this book, just have Deanna, because she'll make sure that it's all going to work out pretty
All
good.
right, you have Ivory on speed dial.
Or you can have me on speed dial. So here's the exciting part about this, right? So when it comes down to our desserts, we really kind of have a problem.
Actually, we don't.
Yeah, we do, because I'm not a baker and you're not a baker either.
I can bake.
You guys, let me say this for the record.
I can make 2 things. Okay, 3 things.
You guys, let me say this for the record. Those of you that are in Houston, Texas, that came to the Super Bowl party, did you guys try her chocolate cake?
It was amazing.
Jeremy, are you watching?
Yes, Jeremy said it was amazing. And also, later on, my peach cobbler.
Your peach cobbler.
It was amazing.
Your peach cobbler was good.
Yes, thank you.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, but I think you should really just kind of stay.
In my lane?
Yeah, stay in your
I'll
lane,
do
right?
that.
Okay, so.
I'm gonna do that.
And
Baking is too much work.
It is a lot of work, and when you
All
mess
that
up,
measuring and all that.
and when you
nonsense.
mess up, you can't correct it.
What?
That's crazy.
I just bake it
Right? What happens if we mess up the mix of these meatballs?
Just bake
I
it
mean,
Add some more
anyway.
meat?
No.
What?
Just bake them anyway.
I'm gonna eat them anyway.
Because this is the thing about cooking. Even if you mess up a little bit in cooking, there's always a way to tweak it.
Always. So let's give an
Always a
example.
way to tweak it.
What happens if you're making a spaghetti sauce and the spaghetti sauce is too salty? What do?
Add more water.
No, water's not gonna work it. You can add a little bit of sugar, and that will kind of cut the salt.
It'll tone it down a little bit,
Yeah.
right? Let me ask you another one. What about if you have some chicken that's a little too salty?
Throw it out.
No, you can rinse it.
Is it too salty
Before you cook it, yes.
What the hell? If it's too salty before you cook it, then don't cook it.
That was a trick question.
Oh wow.
See?
Yeah.
That's why
There's no way to fix salty chicken once it's already cooked.
No, once it's already cooked, right?
Unless, of course, you gonna smother it.
Oh, and then don't put any salt in the gravy.
Yeah, just put it in
that,
the gravy.
that would take care of it,
Or
right?
a sauce, and just let that salt
Let that
go
salt
into
come
the sauce.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea, right? Or you can just have somebody like Rob who's gonna eat it anyway.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He's not gonna eat salty chicken.
After 2 shots of tequila,
Nah, if it's too salty, I'm not.
you know what I mean? Okay.
Because he's gonna be sweating and falling down. But, put some black pepper out. He may kind of like try to suffer it down.
He'll suffer it.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause he loves
So let's pull out the meatballs out the oven. Let's see what we got.
Your,
You're gonna need a mitt. You can't touch it with your hands. It's gonna be a little hot. So Deanna and I have been friends for over 25 years, 24 years. Oh yeah, they look good. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So typically what we do is when we're doing another event or we're doing an event with these meatballs, we would pair these meatballs with a garlic butter sauce that we found that goes extremely well with them. So after we finish baking these, we'll take them and put the garlic butter sauce on top of them and bake them just a little bit more, or transfer them in the hot box. And once they get there, they'll be amazing, right?
And what I found out is recently, if you add a little bit of lemon juice,
Oh, okay.
it cranks it up.
It cranks it up a little
Yeah.
bit.
So you have a lemon garlic butter sauce.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
I told you guys, she's amazing, guys. And I mean, and she's a really good
It's very
friend of
good.
mine. It's good, right? So now we're gonna add some arugula, which she loves, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna add a little arugula on the top,
Dressing?
and of course, we're gonna add some of the Cuvee's Culinary Creation salad dressing.
I'm gonna do.
There you go. We're gonna toss it just a little bit, right? And then we're gonna put a couple of meatballs right here on top. And then typically we could put some Parmesan cheese, or we'll put some sauce on top of it, but you really don't need it. And then let's hit it with just a little more salad dressing.
Bring the glisten and the shine.
What about that? How about that? And voila. You have your turkey pesto meatballs with the arugula salad and the Cuvee's honey lime vinaigrette.
So who's tasting?
You gotta taste.
Am I?
Yeah.
Already.
Why not?
Hey, that's my job.
Oh man. Okay, Robin. Hey.
Okay,
And we have to take a picture, right?
Okay. Come.
So we have to take a picture.
Yes.
So let's taste one of these meatballs.
Did you just do that?
In my house. Very, very good. If you want a little more spice to these, all you gotta do is add a little crushed red pepper. Those are perfect. Now, We will spice these up at times,
I'm
depending.
pouring too long.
Huh?
I'm pouring too long. Why am I so pouring?
Very, very flavorful, very healthy. If you want it to be keto, add the almond flour, or just add another quarter cup of the Parmesan cheese.
Grated, not
Grated, not shredded, and it'll put it over the top. It's a great dish, guys. It's a simple dish. You can take this and smother it in gravy if you want to. You can put it on top of spaghetti if you want. However you want, it just gives you a healthy option for another meatball. As we speak about healthy options, our next segment is going to be 5 weeks of healthy cooking. Some of my friends from Gardena that I went to high school with, we're all on this group chat, and we're all trying to lose some weight. So I'm going to create a 5-week program of nothing but healthy dishes for you guys, and we're going to start next week. Deanna and I have already decided.
Have we?
Yes, I thought we were going with the seared scallops salad.
That is cool.
That's going to be one of us. Yes.
When we add the almond flour, do we take away anything to make it keto friendly?
No.
So
No.
we
No, you're
continue-
going to take away the breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs are going to be taken away,
Yeah, and that's it.
and that's it. So you're going to replace the breadcrumbs with the almond flour,
Okay.
and it's going to make it keto friendly.
Okay.
So next week, and for the next 5 weeks, we're going to do healthy cooking, and we're going to start off with sea scallops next week. And this dish, you're going to have the calorie count of each dish that we do, and it's going to be simple, it's going to be quick, it's going to be fast, so that you can make it when you get home from work. Remember, guys, watch the COVID, wash your hands, stay safe, stay at home. Question.
Can they use Gouda instead?
And instead, Parmesan.
Yeah. Instead of cheddar.
The thing about Gouda is it's gonna be very melty. So, yeah. And I would like to know how it turned out.
Yeah, but it sure puts it a whole different price point, guys.
But also, in these next 5 weeks, Ivory is going to show you guys some exercises to go with that healthy meal.
Oh, really? Well, you know what? Hey, I already walk 4.5 to 5 miles a day, so it doesn't matter. I can sit up and drink with you guys all night. And what am I gonna do? I'm getting up in the morning to do what, Rob?
Go walk.
I'm going walking.
Yes.
I'm gonna get my walk in. You going with me?
You don't have to say nothing about alcohol.
Well, why not?
Okay,
That's
just
what we
say
gonna do.
we're
Is
gonna
drink.
go
What's wrong
exercise.
with
We're going to exercise.
You gonna exercise.
Guys, listen. I thank you,
You're
Deanna.
welcome.
Oh my God, it's really amazing to have you come in and visit with us.
I actually enjoyed it.
Did you really?
I did.
It was really low key, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing.
And I didn't have to do the church finger.
You
and
didn't have to
excuse
step
myself.
out. You didn't have to what? Walk up. How? What was you gonna do? Walk down.
And disappear.
Guys, we appreciate you guys. Remember, Cuvee's Culinary Creation salad dressing. You can go online to Cuvee's Culinary Creation. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit us up on Facebook. Go to YouTube. All of our dishes are archived. We'd love to have you guys get some of this salad dressing and try it. Let us know what you think. And remember, stay safe. Social distance. Have a great day, and we love you guys. Come back and see us next week.